Pick up.
Frederick there likes him some chromatics.
Yes, he does.
We have a quarter noted.
Well, yeah. I guess they want to hear the low brass.
I guess so. Sounded good.
See, this one, after C, it got those bell tones with that tremolo, and then J has to pick up the next.
Okay.
You're playing Fruit Bells.
That's right before C. Bell tone. I have the pickup to C. Oh, he used to tell me the fermato after that.
I was telling about the bell tone after C.
Oh, wow. a long time ago. Gotcha.
6'4" ball.
I'm sorry to get warmed up.
Well, guys,
The 13 days of
it takes a lot of time.
we didn't get water this time, did we? Yeah, we got some.
Yeah, let's fuck around somewhere.
I brought my own too. Oh. Okay.
Alright, you ready?
It's been a minute since I had a challenging sight reading. That was
This came music should stand like a little bit.
Good morning. Merry
that hurt my eyes.
I just got a little bit of confusion last time on the processional. So if somebody would like, just give us a signal, say, okay, stop. We're done proceeding.
with the whole week.
Yeah, like, we just stop. Yeah. I think there's confusion like the fact that stop on these Kickstarters anyway.
So it will be a real long one. What we've been doing is we the platform, and that's when we did the fanfare. And then that's Joe who gets that microphone and says a few words and he says, let's start the program. And that's when you go into the official
Right,
part.
yeah, that part we got.
You got
Just
it.
stop.
But that first group is the faculty. So the faculty is sitting on the far side.
Okay.
The graduates are sitting on the side closest this way. So it's two different aisles. And I don't mind.
That's well enough. I just have page 7 ready to go and page 12.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Is there a Kamado on beat 3 and measure 7?
Used to be,
Not anymore.
but yeah,
Okay.
Did she change something with the procession? Or we're just playing straight through like we always have?
yeah, we just play straight. We just
She
put a
was
white.
just explaining how people walk
I
in.
was asking, I want to match what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'll play them short.
Okay. And I know sometimes I play them different than you.
Well, you start off, so.
Yeah.
Every time I put on the black, I feel like I maybe should go wait on tables somewhere.
Looks like he takes his job very seriously. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 148th commencement ceremony of Sherman College of Chiropractic. Please remain seated for the processional. Let the ceremonies begin. You may all be seated.
Good evening.
Precious Father, thank you for the human will, the determination, and the grit that these students displayed to get here today. Thank you for this moment to share. We ask that your presence be here, that you bless these graduates and their families as they celebrate and honor the accomplishment that they've done today. In Jesus' name, amen. Our first speaker I'd like to introduce, he's a great storyteller. He tries hard to be a friend to the students. And so if you have some time, get to know him. Please welcome to the stage the 6th president of Sherman College of Chiropractic, Dr. Jack Borla.
Good morning. By storyteller, he does not mean liar, but we thank you for that, Joe. Welcome to Sherman College. I don't know if you know this, but it was recently announced unanimously that this is now the 8th wonder of the world. We're happy to have you here. On these grounds, we get to witness an enormous transformation that takes place. 3.5 years ago or so, students entered this campus with certain and differing levels of experience and now emerging as doctors of chiropractic whose intention is to change the world. And that's a noble, noble intention. I'd like to recognize and say thank you to our platform speakers. I'd like to say thank you to the members of our administration, staff, and faculty who allow this transformation to take place. I'd like to thank our regents and our President Circle regents, our supporters, our mentors, our friends, and families who are here today. And I'd like to recognize and thank the support of our Board of Trustees. Today we have Dr. Jose Salgado from Puerto Rico joining us today. In order to have gone from day one to today has taken a lot of tenacity, grit, determination. There's been a lot of crying, a lot of laughter, lots more crying, and that's just from the faculty and staff. 51 years plus ago, Doctors Tom and Betty Gilardi had a dream. And their dream was they wanted to start a chiropractic college that maintained the principles, the tenets, and the philosophy of chiropractic. And here we are today, celebrating their dream. It took a lot of work on their part. B.J. Palmer wrote in volume 37 of the Green Book series, The Glory of Going On, about this thing called the sacred trust, which we know as chiropractic. And we were asked to guard it well. We were admonished to keep it pure, unadulterated, unmixed, and unsullied. And we do that every single day here at Sherman College of Chiropractic. It makes us unique amongst the other colleges in the world. We know that what we do can change a person's life forever. Science shows that, our clinical evaluations show that, and we know that people emerge after chiropractic care better versions of themselves. And that's what we do here at Sherman College. We teach our students how to evaluate the human being who sits before them to determine if they have a vertebral subluxation. And if so, what would be the best way to address that? Knowing that that person will leave their office a better version of themselves. And that's chiropractic. We at Sherman College take great pride in knowing that these graduates are going to go out into the world and serve their communities like very few others can. We are so, so proud of you. By the way, Allie was my intern. Really? Graduates, as you have gone through your 3.5 years, you have come across people in your path who were not meant there by chance, but by destiny. And when you look back and you look at all the people that you've met, you'll know why they were there. Remember them. These are your classmates. These are your teammates. Don't forget them, and don't forget Sherman. We're so happy to have been part of your journey. I can say without question, when I was in practice, I never once said, I have to go to work. I was in practice for 25 years before I decided to retire and show up here at Sherman College of Chiropractic. And every single day was a day of glory. Every single day was an opportunity for me to work with other human beings to change their purpose in life. And I cannot tell you how fortunate I am to have been blessed with that as a career choice. You know, Dr. Tom Gilardi worked really hard as he developed this campus. He went through turmoil. He went through hardships. He went through some great times as well. And what I loved about him, he always carried around a little recorder in his pocket, because as he had ideas, he would note them down, and then later he would have them transcribed. And one night, after having a very difficult meeting, before going home, he decided that he wanted to think about what happened that particular night. And he ended up writing a poem. The poem is called Undisturbed, and I'd like to read it to you today. If you can keep your integrity when those around you are selling out, if you can maintain your principles when compromising abounds, if you can hold to simplicity when complexity is in vogue, if truth remains more beautiful than the crowd in agreement, if being right is more important than being accepted, if risk is enjoyed, freedom considered better than security, and dying preferable to slavery, if the oneness of universal truth becomes apparent and the parts of this truth are seen as forming a chain not to be broken, then all the chaos, lunacy, and violence of this world will leave you undisturbed. I pray with all my heart that you go out into your communities undisturbed, serving them with all the information, the knowledge you've been given today, but more importantly, with the heart to do something great for humanity. We send you our best wishes. We truly love each and every one of you. We're going to miss you a lot. This is a great day for you all. It's kind of sad for us. I do hope that you'll remember Sherman. Come back and visit often. I wish you the best. Thank you so much, graduates. Thank you. It is my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker. She's Sherman's Chief Financial Officer. She's our Chief Operating Officer. And more importantly to me, she's my friend. Please welcome Dr. Karen Knupp.
Good morning. Today marks a momentous occasion for Sherman College. As we gather here to celebrate, we recognize the culmination of hard work, dedication, and unwavering commitment. Each graduate has a unique story, one of significance and influence that has brought them to this place. Your steadfastness and perseverance have not gone unnoticed. We take immense pride in your accomplishments and eagerly anticipate how you will contribute to your chosen communities in ways that are needed and possibly have never been seen before. As I stand here, I'm filled with pride. It extends to the students gracing the stage, those eagerly awaiting their names to be called. It extends to the faculty who have provided educational opportunities and the dedicated staff who keep this educational institution running smoothly. And of course, it extends to all of you, the family and friends who've supported these esteemed graduates and those yet to come. As our excitement continues to build around the events of the day, we're going to move into our first area for student recognition. We will have the privilege of hearing from two graduates who have earned the distinction of delivering the student farewell address for this ceremony. The December class speaker is Camille Coffey. Camille is a native of Tijeras, New Mexico. Prior to joining the Sherman community, she served 4 years in the United States Army as a cyber operations sergeant. In addition to the prestigious Doctor of Chiropractic degree that will be added to Camille's credentials, she also has a Bachelor of Arts in Marketing and Business from American Military University. As a first-generation chiropractor, Camille has fully immersed herself in a multitude of opportunities to grow her knowledge and skills as she prepares to take chiropractic to the world. Camille has been a significant contributor to campus and community activities. She honorably filled student leadership roles and maintained a strong academic record. While Camille's tenure at Sherman may be coming to a close, when you look outside of her daily Sherman bubble, you will find that she is currently enrolled in the Academy of Chiropractic Philosophers in Europe. She has also found space and time in her busy schedule to earn a certification in the Thompson Technique via the Thompson Technique Academy and the Advanced Proficiency Certification in the Torque Release Technique, both of those in 2024. On a personal note, Camille has shared that she does have spare time in spite of her full schedule. She enjoys rock climbing, reading the chiropractic blue books, and practicing the Dutch language. She expresses pride in being the daughter of Maria and Daryl and Rod and Anna. Camille also recognizes her appreciation for Doctors Molly Spawn and Alex Smith for first bringing chiropractic into her life. Camille has spent this past quarter shadowing a chiropractor in the Netherlands. Being the go-getter we know Camille is, she will extend her stay in the Netherlands with an associate position with Top Chiro. At this time, I present Camille Coffey. Please come forward.
One day, a farmer planted a seed in fertile soil, knowing it held the potential for greatness. Each day, he nurtured it with water, sunlight, and care. Yet, weeks passed, and nothing seemed to happen. Doubt crept in, but the farmer kept tending to the soil with patience and with faith. Then one day, a sprout emerged, and slowly but surely, the seed grew into a big, strong tree, bearing fruit that nourished the entire village. I'm honored to share the stage this morning with some of the finest in the profession, to include Brittany McBurney and Allie Hampstead, two of the kindest, most genuine women to ever grace this campus, who you'll hear from shortly. There are many in this room, or watching at home, who helped to shape us as young doctors. This is of no small significance. So on behalf of our class, I express the deepest gratitude to the people close to us who helped us see this through. And thank you to the host doctors who graciously opened their offices to us for our practice management observations. And to the faculty, admin, and staff who owe us hair plugs for the patches we pulled out while cramming as students here. Two things: we know where to find you, and we will accept Venmo. Jokes aside, many of you were deeply invested in our success and our livelihood, and we would not be the chiropractors we are with this world-class education and skill without you looking out for us. We'll spend a lifetime thankful for what you did here. We're even thankful for a certain biochemistry professor, Dr. Zoe. Where are you, Dr. Zoe? There she is. Dr. Zoe, you made us resilient, and we even thank you for that. So, in chiropractic, we love defining our terms. The words we use are important and specific. In fact, I actually sleep with the Sherman College lexicon under my pillow, just in case, like a good doctor. Just kidding, I obviously have it memorized. Thank you, Dr. Decken. So naturally, in preparation for giving this farewell address, I actually looked up the definition of farewell. I've always thought it was a little corny to define a word in a speech, and people just love to do that. But today, I'm no exception, so you'll have to forgive me. Farewell means to express good wishes upon parting. But my foremost wish for our class is that we don't part, that life or Lyceum always finds a way to bring us back together, that best friends are always best friends, that we find ourselves once again, elbow to elbow, searching for depth and principle in the Academy of Chiropractic Philosophers, that we're there for each other's ribbon-cutting ceremonies, for practice grand openings, or to hold each other's new babies. Speaking of, as if it wasn't challenging enough already, there are women in both of today's graduating cohorts who grew babies while earning their doctorates. Can we take a moment to applaud that, please? Incredible, those overachievers. As I was saying, I hope even if we find ourselves across the country or across the ocean, we are still only ever a phone call away. And I hope those phone calls are filled with happiness and the joys of success in the service to others. Because I mean, really, what else do we talk about now that we're not complaining about board exams or all-night study sessions? No more meeting in the middle, some having stayed up till 3 a.m. to study, while others are getting up at 3 a.m. to study. No more planning emergency coffee runs to Southern Fuel or Darties on the eve of Lyceum. But actually, here's to hoping that legacy lives on. Chandler started that tradition, and he's a doctor now, so you can't let him down. I know I'm not alone in saying that this was the most difficult thing I have ever done in my life, and that I could not have picked a better class to do it with, truly. Grateful is an understatement. And to say we earned this degree is also almost an understatement. We have the calluses, the sleep deprivation, the black eyes, the coffee addictions, cuts and bruises to show all the work we did to call ourselves doctors of chiropractic, the golden ticket to a lifetime of loving service and expanding human potential, one nervous system, one subluxation at a time. And we did it individually, but we really did it together. And it's because of the greatness of this cohort that this day is so bittersweet. But it's for the same reason that many of us even made it to the finish line at all. We came here to learn about all that neurology stuff, pathology, spinal biodynamics, adjusting technique, and patient management, and we did. I mean, like, we really did. But we're leaving with lessons learned in friendship, in loyalty, and in the commitment it takes to believe in our seeds, in ourselves, and the trees we become, branching out with our hopes for a world with less nervous system interference, a better world. So, my last parting wish is this: that your hands and the specificity behind them be blessed, wherever it is that you may go when you leave here today as doctors, finally. To my friends, the December 2024 class, and from our class to all of the guests, faculty, and staff at Sherman College, in love and gratitude, thank you so much, and farewell for now.
Thank you, Camille. At this time, let's prepare to welcome our graduate who will deliver the address for the March class. I'm pleased to announce the March class speaker is Brittany McBurney. Brittany is a native of Humboldt, Illinois. Aside from her current course of study to become a doctor of chiropractic, she has a Bachelor of Science degree in medical laboratory science. Throughout Brittany's time at Sherman, she has maintained a high academic standard and has been featured on the dean's list consistently. Brittany has demonstrated an amazing level of focus and dedication to her goals, with the college being a benefactor of her work ethic, as she has also managed to be a major contributor to campus life activities, serving in the prestigious role of student ambassador, and also welcoming her first child, Rosalie, alongside her recently graduated husband, Benjamin. An avid learner of chiropractic, Brittany has been participating in the college's very own pediatric program, along with extracurricular training outside of the college for future certifications in the following techniques: tonal integration correction, torque release, and PX neural tonal for pediatric and perinatal populations. In June of 2024, Brittany earned a certificate of proficiency in pediatric and family chiropractic care through the Pediatric Experience Organization. With 1 quarter left for completion, Brittany and Benjamin intend to open a practice here in South Carolina. I present Brittany McBurney. Brittany, please come forward.
So today we come together to celebrate a major milestone, earning the title of Doctor of Chiropractic. And if you're in this room, I don't have to explain to you the sleepless nights, the hard work, the sacrifice that came into being here. What I actually want to focus, what I want to highlight, is the importance of transitioning from student to chiropractor. Dr. Bruce Lipton, I think, said it best when he says that the purpose of the nervous system is to perceive the environment and coordinate the behavior of all other cells. if we just think about that for a minute, if that's actually what we're doing, affecting the nervous system, we have the ability to change how people interact with the world around them. Our impact, if we do that, is actually impossible to measure. And because of this, some people say that chiropractic is a calling, but I disagree. The calling that God placed on each of our lives is not necessarily to become chiropractors, but to serve. It is a privilege to serve as someone's chiropractor. It is a gift to be someone's chiropractor. And that is not a gift that is lost on me. And I want to take a moment to think about that. We have this gift to serve as doctors of chiropractic, to restore the nervous system to a place of ease, to share with our practice members the truth that they were intelligently and intentionally designed with the ability to heal from the inside out. We hold this sacred trust in our hands, the ability to restore proper communication within an incredible design, allowing it to function as it was intended and to watch healing unfold. When we serve with this understanding, with the knowledge that we are directly impacting how the nervous system before us perceives and interacts with the world, we really can be confident that the lives we touch are forever changed for the better. When you step into your practice, you will meet people carrying more than just physical pain. You'll encounter parents desperate for answers for their child, expectant mothers longing for better birth outcomes, and individuals searching for hope when they've been told there is none. Your job as a chiropractor is not just to provide care, it's to serve with compassion, to see the person behind the symptoms and to help restore hope where it's been lost. To serve in this way requires more than just skill. It requires heart. It requires integrity. It requires a deep love for the people that walk through your doors. Chiropractic is a partnership between you and your practice members, but it is also a partnership between you and the greater purpose of life itself. Every adjustment is an opportunity to honor the intelligence that flows through the nervous system, reconnecting people to the very essence of what allows them to thrive. As you move forward, remember that service is at the core of everything we do. It is not about the number of adjustments that you perform, but the lives that these adjustments change. It's about the families that you strengthen, the communities you empower, and the individuals who leave your care not just healthier, but more connected to themselves and the world around them. Serving your community well also means committing to lifelong learning. The diploma that we receive today isn't the culmination of our education, it's the foundation. Today's the beginning. Today marks the day that we get to start building the house on the foundation that Sherman provided for us. Graduates, the world needs chiropractors, and we know that. But even more than that, the world needs servant leaders. So today I challenge you, as you leave here, chiropractors, to also leave servant leaders. To be willing to stand in the gap and speak up for people who can't speak for themselves. To be willing to stand in the gap and advocate, provide care that honors the whole entire person, body, mind, and spirit. So congratulations on this incredible milestone. Go forth and serve boldly, compassionately, and wholeheartedly. Let every adjustment you make be an act of service that ripples out into lives, families, and generations. Together, we really do make a profound difference. One adjustment, one practice member, and one community at a time. Congratulations, chiropractors.
Thank you, Brittany, for those heartfelt words. It is my pleasure today to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Allie Hampstead. She's an esteemed assistant professor at Sherman College of Chiropractic. She inspires Sherman students daily in and out of the classroom as a passionate chiropractic advocate. A 2012 Sherman graduate, Dr. Hampstead guides students from her firsthand experience as a Sherman student and as a successful private practice owner. A Spartanburg native, Dr. Hamstead is a 2007 University of South Carolina graduate with a bachelor's degree in arts and sciences. Passionate about supporting and serving local families, Dr. Hamstead earned additional perinatal and pediatric care certifications, including the Webster and the CACCP certifications from the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, ICPA. She also received the prestigious ACP designation from Sherman College Academy of Chiropractic Philosophers. Together with her husband, Dr. Michael Hamstead, a 2012 Sherman graduate, they own Align Life Chiropractic and Natural Health Center, a family practice located in Simpsonville, South Carolina. The Hamsteads recently celebrated their 10th anniversary of their practice, where they provide a personalized approach to chiropractic care, serving patients of all ages, from infants and expectant mothers to athletes and seniors. Their gentle and targeted adjustments addressed each patient's unique needs, aiming to restore alignment and promote optimal health. They are dedicated to making a difference in their community through compassionate, individualized family care. Dr. Hamstead and her husband live in Simpsonville with their 4 daughters, Evelyn, 9, Cecilia, 8, Josephine, 5, and Eloise, 1. In her spare time, she enjoys running, walking, solving puzzles, spending time with her children, listening to audiobooks on her way to and from Sherman College, and attending her girls' soccer games. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Allie Hamstead.
All right, we're gonna try and keep it together, okay, guys? Y'all look so good. They say babies don't keep, but students don't keep either, okay? So I'm scared, but I was not going to turn down this opportunity to get to speak in front of you guys one more time, okay? All right, so months ago when I thought I might get the chance to speak up here, I started a note on my phone, and every time I thought of something that I wanted to share, I wrote it down. And there's 2 things that I know I do a really good job at. I'm an excellent chiropractor, and I'm a great mom to 4 little girls. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, I'm not, but I do try every day to show up as the best version of myself for my patients and my kids. And so I asked my kids, I said, hey, what's something that mommy says every day to you? What's something I say all the time? And they looked at me and they said, I love you. And though I do love you guys very much, that wasn't really the feedback I was looking for. Because I want to write my speech based on things that I say to them every day, right? So I'm going to give you guys advice, and it's stuff that I say to my kids every day. All right, you guys following me? All right, cool. All right, number 1, just do your best. I am envisioning my oldest daughter coming home from school, and she's very sad and upset and defeated. And she tells me that she failed a test that she studied really hard for. And I look her in the eyes and I say, did you do your best? And she says, yes. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm proud of you, okay? So that's it. You just do your best. And your best can look different every day. Sometimes your best is literally showing up, like that was the best you got today, okay? You know, you're gonna have times in your life that you're on a high, where you're hitting goals and maybe getting married, having babies, buying a new house, like all these fun, awesome things. And on those days, it's really easy to show up at your practice and crush it. But this life is also gonna bring you lows that bring you to your knees, okay? And on those days, it's still important that you show up, right? It's still important that you show up for your patients. Even if it's just a baby vomiting in your bed at 3 a.m., okay? We still show up the next day. Give yourself grace when your best isn't perfect, but you do have to be honest with yourself on that piece, though, because you have to know your capabilities and your limitations. And sometimes you're going to feel like your best isn't good enough, and you know what you do then? You just ask for help, okay? There's lots of people out here that will help you. Number 2, listen the first time. Kids don't listen, okay? To be clear, they do not. And starting your practice can be a challenge where you try many different things to see what's working, right? Maybe it's scripting or marketing or technique or management companies, and sometimes the universe is going to give you a resounding no, that's not working. Just listen the first time. Just keep it moving. Don't try and put the square peg in the round hole. Don't keep trying the same thing over and over again expecting a different outcome. Just keep it moving. Successful people fail all the time, and they learn how to be receptive, learn and adapt. And you know, a lot of docs out there don't like to, you know, essentially accept defeat and start over because they feel like it was a waste of time or a failure on their part if they have to change something. And honestly, it's not. If you learned a lesson, then it's going to help you grow, okay? Number 3, where is your kindness? We say this when our kids are acting a little bit less than ideal. Maybe they're being mean to each other. And when it comes to your practice, as Ms. Brittany says, you have to come from a place of empathy and servants for them. You're literally caring for people in more ways than one. People are going to come to you in pain, desperate for help. They may be dealing with a stressor in their life where they no longer get joy out of living. They may be bringing you an infant that's failing to thrive. They may be bringing a child to you that is behind in school and not keeping up with their peers, and they're desperate. And our job is to listen to them and have kindness. To be clear, being kind and being nice are not the same thing, right? Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for someone is be honest with them. Be honest about your expectations and their own accountability and what they need to do to improve their health. Be honest about what you think that they can do to improve their lives, right? Because it's not your job to take all that on. You might need to practice having challenging conversations with people. I remember early on in practice being terrified to give my honest clinical opinion to patients because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But that's literally why they're coming to see you, okay? Because they want your honest clinical opinion, okay? So you have to be honest, but you can do that in a kind way. Also, be kind to yourself, right? You're gonna mess up. I'm looking at all of my overachiever type A people out there. So be gentle with yourself when you do make a mistake, because it's gonna happen, right? You might botch a conversation with a patient, say the wrong thing, right? It's okay, just be kind. Number 4, who are you? And then I make them tell me, okay? So I'm Allie Hampstead, right? And I say, that's right, you are, okay? And if I asked you guys right now, you would tell me, and I would say, that's right, you are. You are a chiropractor graduating from Sherman College of Chiropractic. You need to get real comfortable with knowing who you are if you're going to be a business owner, your strengths and your weaknesses. And I've had the immense pleasure over the last 3.5 years of getting to know you guys, and I know who you are. And you are wonderful people, okay? Wonderful, 5 stars, amazing people, right? Amazing people, okay? Whew, we got this, okay. So be you. It sounds easy, but we want our patients to like us, right? Someone comes in your door and maybe they're not a right fit. You might feel like you need to change your practice to fit them. You don't. You just be you, okay? I remember early on in practice, I had this mentor, and I would spend all this time trying to emulate and be him, the way that he spoke. And I tried to do that, and it did not work. I even made a patient cry one time because I was being more firm, and I was mortified. So just knock that off. Just be you, right? Get to know who you are and just be that person. Say things in a way that feels authentic to you. The challenge with really being yourself, though, is that it can feel even more like a rejection when someone's not a right fit and you're not their cup of tea. But it's not a rejection, okay? You take care of yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself, because that's the thing, too. Whether that involves development or training or seminars, show up as the best version of yourself as well. You're going to talk about health and wellness to your patients. You need to take care of your own physical and mental health as well. People are going to come to your door in pain, numb, addicted, unhealthy, and they need you. So if you're not showing up as you, they're missing out. Number 5, this is my favorite. It's good to do hard things. Just look at me up here. This is scary, okay? We also tell our kids, strong and brave if something's gonna hurt, right? Like if they have, something painful. Strong and brave. So you can be scared but still show up. One of my all-time favorite movies is a 1992 classic called A League of Their Own. Students don't know my 90s references, but I promise it's a good movie. In it, Tom Hanks is a coach named Jimmy Dugan, and he coaches a women's baseball team. And in the final act of the movie, his star player says, she's quitting. And she says, it just got too hard. And he says, it's supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everybody would do it. The hard is what makes it great, right? I love that. I love that part. You guys are so resilient. You've already completed this incredibly challenging program. And I know you know how to show up even when it's hard. Some docs will say, hey, when you graduate, that's when the real work begins. And some docs will say, that's when the real fun begins. And the truth is that they're both right? I mean, that's true. Being a practicing chiropractor that has the opportunity to make a real difference in your community will be one of the hardest things you ever do, but it will also be one of the greatest. So much of practice will involve you stepping out of your comfort zone and doing challenging things. Just do them. Say yes. Speak in front of large groups of people. Make cold calls. Show up to a Chamber of Commerce event as an introvert wallflower where you know no one and go talk to people, okay? Have uncomfortable conversations about money and about people that aren't following your recommendations. These things are a must. It makes you a better person. And you may be afraid. I recently encouraged one of my daughters to pull out a wiggly tooth. And that's real scary, y'all, okay? And she looked me dead in the eye and she said, Mommy, I'm scared. Am I not allowed to be scared? And I said, yeah. I mean, be scared, right? Be afraid, but still do the thing. You can't just hang there forever, right? So you're allowed to be scared. John Wayne famously said, courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway, right? The hill in front of you isn't going to get any smaller, but if you keep on putting yourself out there and doing challenging things, that hill looks a little smaller as you grow. When I was a teenager, I ran cross country for years, and even as an adult, I continued racing. And one of the worst feelings when you're in a race, so pretending we're running, and you can hear someone getting closer, and like you're getting close to the finish line, and you're giving it your all, and you hear someone getting closer and closer and closer, and the moment they pass you, it's just a terrible feeling. And people react in one of two ways. One, they give up a little bit internally, and they feel defeated, like, oh, I suck. The other way people act, which is what I hope for all of you, is it's actually motivating, and they find something they didn't know that they had, and they push themselves even harder. When you guys are in the early stages of practice, and you feel like your colleagues or your classmates are passing you and doing great things, and maybe you're in a moment of struggle, try and look at it as motivation to keep going. Number 6, you're allowed to be upset. See, also, you're allowed to feel how you feel. Kids have big feelings, and so do all of you guys, actually. And this profession will come with a lot of emotions because you care. Sometimes you'll find yourself fully disheartened. Maybe the office power went out, taxes went up, an employee no-showed on you. Your patients might even frustrate you. People are accountable for their own health, but you might find that they don't always take that accountability. But you can't take on the healing for your patient. You're gonna locate, analyze, and correct vertebral subluxation, period. People might walk into your office and just be rude, because people in pain often are. Find ways to remember that and not take it personally. They'll come into your office with immense challenges, like loss of their spouse, and you're gonna feel that grief with them. You might also experience criticism, and that's tough. I'm still working on that one. Aristotle is credited with saying, if you want to totally avoid criticism, then do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. And that one's tough, especially when you feel like you're out there doing your best. I read something the other day that made me laugh. It said, "When I asked for your feedback, I meant that you could compliment me." So remember that, okay? No, I mean, it's an opportunity for growth, honestly, but that takes time to get there. It's easy to let it upset you, and you're allowed to be upset, but try and focus on the joy, because this profession is going to come with a lot of it, a lot of joy and a lot of celebration. So share your joy. That's really what will motivate you and pull you through the hard times. Number 7, no fighting. Every time we go out in public, and even at home sometimes, okay? It's not a competition. We should want all chiropractors to do well and succeed. Successful chiropractors mean more people under care and more subluxations being corrected. Try not to compare yourself to others, because it really is the thief of joy. In your office, you're going to find a system that works for you in your practice, and it's going to be unique, and it'll be different than someone else down the street, and success will look different to you than what it will look like to them. What's important is that we're all helping our communities by removing the interference of their innate intelligence so that they may function at their highest level. And when we're doing that, the high tide raises all the boats. Don't misunderstand me, though. We should hold our profession and our colleagues to a high standard. You should make sure that you stand up in what you believe in and support your principles. But just focus your energy on things that truly matter that you can impact. And we need to support each other and build each other up. In those cross-country races that I mentioned earlier, if a teammate passed me, one of the best things that they could say is, "Come on, Allie, stay with me. Let's finish this together." So when you see your colleagues struggling, reach out to them and bring them along with you. Number 8, get back in bed. I don't have any for that one. We just say that all the time. I want to end with this because I know I've been talking a little while now. I have wonderful parents, and I was thinking about the things that they say to me, and there's 2 things that came to mind. One was, it's going to be okay. You're going to have moments that are going to feel hard to climb out from, and it'll be okay. I promise. I promise it'll be okay. Often in ways like you never planned for, you'll be okay. You have so much love and support in this room, and they're all here for you guys, and it'll be okay. And my second favorite thing my parents would say is, "I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you guys." We all just think you guys hung the moon. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hampstead. That was wonderful. In every class, there are those who excel academically, maintaining at least a 3.5 grade point average out of a possible 4.0, while completing almost 4,500 hours of graduate study. The gold cord draped around the neck serves as a symbol of their impressive academic achievements. The college bestows the Academic Achievement Award in recognition of the individual in each graduating class who maintains the highest grade point average throughout his or her studies at Sherman College. The recipient of the Academic Achievement Award for the December class graduates summa cum laude with a grade point average of 3.83. I present to you Tanya Radzwa Katanda. I'm sorry. The recipient of the Academic Achievement Award for the March class graduates summa cum laude with a grade point average of 3.87. I present Rebecca Sproul. Wow. The Service Distinction Award at Sherman College is not bestowed at every graduation. Instead, it is specifically granted to students who have made significant and distinguished service contributions in a total of 3 key areas: to the college, the local community, and the chiropractic profession throughout their course of study here at the college. This award recognizes those individuals who go above and beyond demonstrating a commitment to service and excellence during their time at Sherman College. The review process for this distinction provides all campus employees a chance to give input on each graduate, thereby painting a full picture of each graduate's involvement from the beginning to the end of their program. To receive this award is a testament of one's dedication within both the academic environment and the broader community. Today we have the honor of recognizing 2 individuals who will carry this distinction. First, representing the December class, we recognize an individual whose partial list of contributions and activities that have served the college and community well include being a Lyceum team leader for 3 years, serving as the Lyceum Master of Ceremonies for 2024, serving as their class representative for student government, serving as the student body secretary in 2022, and then becoming the student body president in 2023, serving as the 2023 student representative on the Student Affairs Committee and for the Sherman College Board of Trustees, providing official welcome message on behalf of the student body during the president's investiture. Some of the service projects initiated or overseen by this individual include the student body's annual Fun Day activities for 2022 and 23, coordinating the quarterly finals food or breakfast that's served, provided to the student body for finals, the quarterly period project donation drive, quarterly Adopt a Highway, assisting with and eventually overseeing the monthly Student Government General Assembly meetings. I need a break. Okay. Coordinating blood drives on campus. As a student volunteer, teaching a workshop for new students on using the Notability application for class in conjunction with our Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning. Carolina Miracle League volunteer, South Carolina Chiropractic Association annual golf event volunteer for 3 years, student clinician for disabled rock climbers team at Blockhaven in Greenville for the past 2 years, and many more. From this small glimpse, and this is including 4,500 hours of study here at the college that they have to do on top. It's amazing. From this small glimpse of service, you can probably tell this person leaves their mark in a very positive way. I present the Service Distinction Award to Camille Coffey. Please come forward. Our March class recipient for the Distinction Award also carries a heavy roster of activities that has made a big impact in our community. Some of their contributions and activities include being a dedicated student ambassador for over 10 quarters, serving as a Lyceum volunteer, assisting with guest transportation on campus, the food tent activities, and first aid team. Serving as a cornerstone member for the PX Club, where they have held the positions of secretary, treasurer, vice president, and president. I hope not all at once, although that can make you very efficient. At different times over the course of 13 quarters. Oh, they say it, over 13 quarters. Notable volunteer services representing the college includes the Sherman College Trunk or Treat for 22, 23, and 24, the Sherman College Easter Egg Hunt for 2022 and 23, the Spartanburg Walk to End Alzheimer's Sherman Team 2023, Quarterly Adopt a Highway Project, the Spartanburg Annual Criterion Race Campus Team Volunteer, and College Town Consortium's College Fest Event 2023 Campus Team Volunteer. Our recipient is also well known for their leadership within their local church community, where they serve as a kids' church teacher and the volunteer coordinator for the kids' church at Joshua Generation Church. At this time, I present the Service Distinction Award to Brittany McBurney. Please come forward. I'd like to introduce again our Director of Student Clinic. This faculty member has been with the college 40 years, most of it as in some capacity in the clinic, but as student clinic director, and she plays a big role in ushering the students from the classroom into the clinic, and has a special place at Sherman College. Please welcome Dr. Claudia C.
Good morning. Today I have the distinct honor of presenting the Clinical Excellence Award. The faculty of the Sherman College of Chiropractic Health Center chooses the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award. The college's on-campus chiropractic center is where Sherman interns under the supervision of licensed doctors of chiropractic attend patients. The chiropractic center interns provide more than 30,000 patient visits each year to members of the local community. The Clinical Excellence Award is given to the candidate for graduate who at a minimum has maintained an A average throughout his or her internship program. He or she has excelled in all phases of clinical practice, from technical skills in the examination and care of patients to showing strong respect and consideration of those patients, and encouraging good health practices, including lifetime spinal examinations. The recipient of this award has attended more than the required number of patients, cared for them with great skill and extraordinary compassion, has been exemplary in his or her concern for patients' time, and has made informing patients of valuable health principles an integral part of his or her practice. In addition, this intern's respect for his or her patients was exemplified in the attention that he or she gave to their smooth transfer to a succeeding intern for continued care. On behalf of Sherman College, I wish to congratulate the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award for the December 2024 class. Roll, drum roll. Tyler Hawk. Please come forward. On behalf of Sherman College, I wish to congratulate the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award for the March 2025 class, Christina Howard. Please come forward. Dr. Bill Decken, the chair of the philosophy department, will present the next award.
Thank you, Dr. C. Good morning, everybody. You know, when I get to thinking, there's a lot of things that remind me of chiropractic. But this morning, I was thinking of hearing Dr. Dooley and Dr. Rossi singing the other day, and it reminded me how much Santa wants to be like Dr. Borla. Dr. Borla says, take your hands and go serve the people, and you will go down in history. And Santa tells the same thing to Rudolph. Chiropractic is a logical, deductive science based on a vitalistic premise that people have a life force within that can adapt and heal from the inside out. This line of thinking frequently causes doctors of chiropractic and the people they serve to see chiropractic as a proactive form of life and health care, which runs counter to what we often observe in the culture of our communities, namely reactive care once we fall apart. The B.J. Palmer Philosophic Distinction Award is given when a student distinguishes themselves as doing something motivated and promoting the philosophy of chiropractic. The philosophy department faculty don't see these students, graduates today, in the later part of their program. So we rely heavily on input given to us by the faculty that see them from the midpoint on, including and especially the health center. So we're looking at students that go beyond the requirements for graduation. In determining philosophic distinction, not only are we asking other faculty who work closely with the students, but we're looking at what they've done for scholarship, for service in a philosophical orientation, to promote it to the public, to their peer group, or to the profession. Today, on behalf of Sherman College and the Philosophy Department, we're proud to award the B.J. Palmer Philosophical Distinction Award to Camille Coffey. And Lily Boyd. And Kayla Huntington.
All right, here we go. Would the candidates for the Doctor of Chiropractic degree please rise? All right. Dr. Borla, as Chief Academic Officer of Sherman College of Chiropractic, it is my pleasure to present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic. I certify that all who are receiving a diploma today have met the requirements of Sherman College and the state of South Carolina to have this degree, the Doctor of Chiropractic.
By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Sherman College of Chiropractic, I accept these candidates, every single one of you. I'm honored to present the Doctor of Chiropractic diploma to each of them, and they will become Doctors of Chiropractic after taking their chiropractic oath. Congratulations.
Will the class elected student announcer for the December class and then the first row of graduates and their referring DCs in attendance please come forward to the designated locations? All other rows may be seated. I will now introduce the elected class representative for the December class, who will in turn introduce the remaining class members for the December class. Camille Coffey, New Mexico CSG President and Secretary, U.S. Veteran, referred by Dr. Alexandra Smith.
Brian Adams, Ohio, military veteran. Matthew Tyler Amos, Virginia, magna cum laude. Selena Artis Hampton, North Carolina. Devin Aaron Carr, Indiana. Nicholas Robert Collins, Washington State, cum laude. Javier Antonio Cruz Ortiz, Puerto Rico, magna cum laude, student ambassador. Alyssa Elaine Dumont, North Carolina, magna cum laude. Chandler Riley Farrell, South Carolina, referred by Dr. Evan Cohen. James Patrick Finnan, North Carolina. Row 2, please come forward. Ryan Michael Graybar, North Carolina, referred by Dr. Michael Graybar. Tyler Hawk, California, summa cum laude. Grace Moore Yonason, North Carolina, cum laude, student ambassador, referred by Dr. Chris Yonason. Kobe Yonason, North Carolina, ACE intern, Student Ambassador, referred by Dr. Chris Yonason. Tanya Radzwa Katanda, Zimbabwe, summa cum laude. Hector Manuel Lopez Salguero, Puerto Rico, ace intern. Marvin Mabry, Kentucky, military veteran, referred by Dr. Ronnie Cook. Ijibusoma Chinwe Ifenu Okoye, Nigeria. Lucas Wilson Orr, North Carolina, X-ray intern, referred by Dr. Scott Carpenter. Row 3, please come forward. Spencer Ethan Parnell, South Carolina, cum laude, chiropractic student government treasurer. Bryce Anthony Patrick, South Carolina, ace intern. Lily Mae Boyd, New York, ace intern, referred by Dr. Michael Cortero. Lourdes Marie Ramirez Quinones, Puerto Rico, pediatric intern. Paris Renee, South Carolina. Andrew Rollings, South Carolina. Mariah Christine Van Orman, Minnesota, magna cum laude. Lana Ann Windjam, Florida, magna cum laude. Hayden Wright, South Carolina, referred by Dr. Rhonda Finley. At this time, will the elected student announcer for the March class and the first row please come forward? Alexandra Duryu, Panama, student ambassador, referred by Dr. Sherry Goldsberry and Dr. Dan Duryu.
August Bauswine IV, New Jersey. Trent Bell, New York, referred by Dr. Darren Bell. Jack Tyler Brooks, South Carolina. Jake Budd, New York, Student Ambassador. Brittany May Cameron, Michigan, magna cum laude, Student Ambassador. Brent Allen Caraway, South Carolina, referred by Doctors Brent and D. Caraway. Brandon Randall Coggy, Ohio, cum laude. Samantha Jo Detour, Pennsylvania. Row 2, please come forward. Riker Dye, Idaho. Nicholas Andrew Foster, New Jersey. Evan Fraley, Tennessee, cum laude. Kara Sophia Maynard, Ohio, Student Ambassador. Joshua Harold, South Carolina, veteran. Bailey Nicole Book, Ohio, magna cum laude. Brandon Mitchell Haas, South Carolina. Christina Howard, Washington State. Kayla Mae Huntington, Minnesota, Student Ambassador. Row 3, please come forward. Ursa Khan, Pakistan, referred by Dr. Asif Khan. Brittany Ann McBurney, Illinois, cum laude, Student Ambassador. Kyle Joseph McCarthy, Ohio. Maria Maris McFarland, Pennsylvania. Carly Jean Napier, Michigan. Colin O'Leary, New York. Andrew Plank, Kansas, ACE intern. Whitney Player Bird, South Carolina, cum laude, ACE intern. Ilianet Reyes Fuentes, Puerto Rico. Row 4, please come forward. Carol Richard, Michigan. Mira Kamel Cherubim, South Carolina. Tara Scout Souls, South Carolina, ACE intern. Emma Catherine Spreckelson, Indiana, cum laude. Rebecca Sproul, Virginia, summa cum laude, ACE intern, student ambassador. Arthur Tang, Maryland. Braden Richard White, Pennsylvania, student ambassador. Shelby Ann Carpenter, Pennsylvania, cum laude. Noah Yarman, Ohio.
Deep breath. Graduates, please rise. It is time to take your chiropractic oath. Please repeat after me. I shall diligently engage in creative activities which will enrich my philosophical understanding and enhance my artistic ability, further enabling me to fulfill my responsibilities as a doctor of chiropractic. In doing so, I will take into consideration my patients, my colleagues, and myself. I will serve my fellow human beings with an attitude of humility, honored with the opportunity to be instrumental in the correction of vertebral subluxations. My best service will be available to all, regardless of their cultural, racial, or religious background. To all this I pledge myself, knowing these ideals are prescribed by the dictates of reason and the love for humankind. Graduates, your degree has been conferred and you have taken your chiropractic oath. At this time, please turn your tassels to the left. You are now doctors of chiropractic. Welcome to our profession. Doctors, you may be seated.
As we mark the end of this journey and ceremony, the entire Sherman College family is proud of you guys for all you've accomplished. We wish each and every one of you the absolute best and hopes for a prosperous and productive future. We hope that you return to the college someday and share your experiences with us. We're just really proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 148th commencement ceremony. We ask that you please remain in the auditorium until the ushers have opened the doors. Faculty and graduates, please rise.
Yeah, man. Do what?
Happy Merry Christmas.
You as well.
Hey guys, we need to be at